So in the previous section, we learned how to create the health intro page. Now in this section, we'll create the login page because that's where we left. So we'll just quickly go to the login and we'll type in the page name. And you can see we have a lot of other options. I mean, we have a lot of variety of themes, but we have the elegance, jazz. But for this, we'll go with the simplistic theme. So we'll choose the simplistic theme, and maybe in later videos we can add some more stylings if you want. So we'll just quickly choose the simplistic theme, and once it chooses, just hit on the add button. So it'll do all the processing that it has to do on the backend, and it will add if any of the plugins that are required. You can see that it's right now doing some stuff, and it's done. So you can see that the login page is being shown in the pages directory. It has two pages. One is the login.js and the other is login style. So login.js has some function, some class-based component, and it has, you can see it has a plenty of code with some imports, some on login success. Basically, what should happen on the login success? It should navigate. So right now it's commented, and it basically right now shows some toast. And next, we can look on the health intro. Here we have set up the navigation to go on homepage, otherwise it should be on login. So we'll just quickly add the stack navigator for login also. So we'll just quickly change just like for the previous pages. Once it is added to the navigation, we'll go to health intro and change it to navigate from home to login. So it should now navigate to login. So our intro pages on the end, at the end, it should navigate to the login page. So we'll go to the emulator and see how things work. So once you click on let's go, it's navigating to login. So our navigation is set up. Now let's go to login back. So in the login page, you can see we have a plenty of functions right now. So yeah, in the wireframe, our login page should take us to the home page. So the very first thing that we need to do is to change on the login success our navigation logic. So you can say we have on login success. Here the navigation code should take us to the home page. So we'll just uncomment this one line here and navigate to home page. We'll comment this function for showing the toast because we don't want to show the toast now. So we'll just quickly change it to the home page with no parameters. We don't need to pass any parameters for now. Later we'll pass some parameters as username so that we can display the username. Now we'll comment that we need to create a home page as per our wireframes. So we're done with the login success code. Now we do have a bunch of code on the login. So this is what happens on the login. You can see something called WL authorization manager, some security check name. So we'll talk about that. So now our complete login is being handled by the mobile foundation server. You can see we have something called WL authorization manager, which we import from a library called React Native IBM Mobile First. So basically IBM Mobile First provides us a way to log in. So what happens is, I mean, in the mobile first console, we have a server where in the console you can write some adapters. Basically, adapters are some Java files wherein you find the logic. You code down the logic for different operations. This could be a login adapter. This could be an adapter to fetch data from an API. So for this purpose, we will be using a login adapter. So our user login adapter, and you can see we have something called user login ch. So this is basically a script that we are using as a helper script. So what happens is that in this adapter we write the code, and then for the security check name we just change the name to point to that adapter, and we'll be done with that. So in the next sections you'll see how easy it is to set up the login. So we'll quickly go and see what is in this helper file called login. So our helper file is called login, which is exporting a class called user login ch. So we'll go to this login file. So don't confuse it with the name of our component. It has the same name. So you can see this is the class user login ch we're exporting, and it has a few functions. First is handle challenge, then handle success. Handle challenge is basically it wraps our username and password and sends it with WN client to the adapter data. So handle success is basically what happens on the successful login, and handle failure is what should happen on the failure. So now we'll go to the mobile first console server and see how to set up the login adapter so that our app can communicate with the adapter and get the logic of login running. So now we'll close this file and we'll just You just need to register the challenge handler here with the challenge handler name and the security check name. So to see that, we'll first go to this section and we'll click on Launch Console. So the Launch Console will open something on your browser. This is the mobile first operation console where your app is hosted. You can see the app name here, Health Tracker, and the Android version that we had created. So it gives all the details when it was created, and we had created the Android version, so it was showing the Android version. Now we'll need to deploy adapter here. So what we'll do is we'll need to go and deploy adapter. Right now I have the adapter deployed, but I'll go and demonstrate. So you just go to actions and choose deploy adapter. So for that, download the adapter from the assets that we have. Once you have downloaded it, click on deploy adapter and choose the file. So I'll go and choose the file, choose the adapter file. It comes with the .adapter format. So I'll click on it. Oh. So I clicked on cancel. So we'll just click search for it again, and here it is. So once you click on deploy, you can see it performs uploading and deploy. So the adapter is deployed. Now we'll go back to our app. In the app, we need to just add it to the scope elements. So we can go to our app, go to Android, and the security, and then you can see that I have already added the scope element. So I'll delete it first and I'll create a new scope element. So it maps this login scope element to our security check. So once that is done, now our security check name is user login. So that will have to replace in our builder code. So we'll go back to builder. Now we can see that it has to register the challenge called user login with this user login ch class, and security check name is user login. So once that is done, we are all set up with our login functionality. Now the only thing we have to do is to check it out on the emulator. We have also written down the code for navigation. On the successful navigation, on the successful login, it should navigate to the home page. We'll go to our app, we'll click on sign in, and we'll enter the details. So for this demo purpose, the code inside the user login adapter is very simple. It should take any of the username and password. But we'll talk about how we can make it more strong, the complete code, the adapter code. We can write some code that makes some definite checks for the login. Right now, you can just enter any dummy stuff and it will take you to the next screen. So once I click on sign in, it will perform some operation. It will talk to the server to see if the details are correct as per the logic that is written. And once it passes, it takes us to the next screen. So here is the next screen. So the login was successful. So this, you saw how easy it was to set up the login in this section. Now for the next videos, we'll see how we can add the other pages and how we'll set up the navigation, all the other pages like VR, chat, and the list page. So that's all for this video.